Hello and welcome to SoGoodReviews.com, the YouTube edition, and this week we take a look at Abnormal Beauty from 2004, directed by Oxide Pang, one half of the Pang brothers. And this movie was released tightly together with Danny Pang's pretty atrocious action comedy Leave Me Alone. And it's an interesting concept, these two movies, because only one Pang brother occupying the director's seat could be an interesting experience. Oxide stayed in darker places though with Abnormal Beauty and hired the services of pop duo 2R for his emotional study in the human psyche, combined with his own two reels of Saw. Now, if you feel a sarcastic tone in that saying, or a condescending one, you would probably be right, as the final end tally of Abnormal Beauty stinks of both high class and stinks in an actual way. So the plot is about the character of Ginny or Ginny, played by Race Wong, one half of 2R. And she studies art and focuses on painting and photography within this. Her friend Yas, played by the other half of 2R, Roseanne Wong, is a close friend who shares this interest of photography, but Ginny is starting to become obsessed with death, obsessed with that last moment of death, in particular in photographs, and even shoots tons of photographs of chickens being slaughtered in this obsession to get the perfect photograph of death. And she lives on her own because there's no mother figure present at the time, and it creates a downward spiral that turns uncontrollable for Ginny, which may put her life and sanity on the line. And some of director Oxide Pang's tools fail rather miserably, while others add up to an atmospheric, sadistic, emotional core for the film. And the whole setup of Ginny is almost too classical, as there's evidence of a psycho in the making. And there is a chance that Oxide and his writer possibly wanted to toy with our expectations, but it's way too slippery territory for these two to emerge alive out of. And therefore we're suffering through flat acting, especially by Roseanne Wong and Anson Leung playing a fellow art student. But Oxide Pang stays with it, getting our acceptance later on as it brings to life a true emotional being of Ginny. The first familiar steps of her from being scared of the fascination of death to riding the fascination of death is shown to be connected to a childhood trauma, and it will take this tug of the heartstrings to flesh out Oxide Pang's intentions and have us forget the crap steps that we had to go through with him getting to this point. Roseanne Wong's Jazz becomes equally important to Ginny, and the very apparently lesbian love on display is handled with grace. And the strained relationship with the absent mother obviously is very important. So the previous nil factor to the psychological horror begins to score points on the board finally, and we side by the fight of Ginny to get herself up again thanks to her surroundings. And it's a testament to the style-heavy Oxide Pang that he knows to play tender moments at a suitable emotional volume compared with this alluring stylistic playtime with his camera. And while this surprise turn at the hour mark stretches credibility a bit too far, it's welcome in the sense that we start to remember again that we're still in a pop duo vehicle, a very dark one. And we're definitely on board to see if Oxide can play torture horror director and character director at the same time. And truthfully, the quite superb strength eventually outweighs the really supreme weaknesses as the circle comes to a close, and this very fine movie with fine dedication by one of the Pang brothers extends to the lead actress as well, the at this time fresh lead actress Race Wong. And summing up, now we also know which of the Pang brothers managed to veer off course but stay afloat. So this means I'd rather leave Danny Pang alone and follow Oxide Pang wherever he goes.